All right. Hello, everyone out there, and welcome to episode 36 of the Dear Herbalist podcast titled Education, Not Medication. If you are new here, you are most certainly welcome. And if you are a returning listener, welcome back, and thank you for your continued support. Now, tonight we are going to talk about education and the importance of educating our clients as herbalists so that they can take charge of their own health. The reality is that people in our society today need education and not medication. Now, why do I say that? The scriptures say that my people perish because of a lack of knowledge. Did you know that according to the Cleveland Clinic, about 80% of chronic diseases are driven by lifestyle factors, such as diet and exercise? Let me give you another study. In a study conducted by the National Institutes of Health, titled "A Sedentary and Unhealthy Lifestyle Fuels Chronic Disease Progression by Changing the Interstitial Cell Behavior." Okay? I know you're like, what? So basically, this study talked about managing chronic diseases such as heart disease, stroke, diabetes, chronic lung disease, and Alzheimer's disease account for a large portion of healthcare spending, yet they remain in the top causes of premature mortality and are what? Preventable. I will say that again. They are preventable. Okay? It is currently accepted that an unhealthy lifestyle fosters a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation that is linked to chronic disease progression. And you notice we always talk about building disease. According to the World Health Organization, nearly 71% of all deaths globally were attributed to lifestyle diseases, a subset of non-communicable diseases. So I wanted to give you some statistics here to kind of back up my point in what I'm getting ready to tell you in this podcast today. Now, what are lifestyle diseases? I said that a couple of times in a few statistics that I have given to you already. Lifestyle diseases are non-communicable diseases that are linked with one's lifestyle choices. They are caused by a lack of physical activity, unhealthy eating, alcohol, substance use and disorders, as well as smoking tobacco. Some of the common lifestyle diseases are heart disease, stroke, diabetes, obesity, metabolic syndrome, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which is COPD, and some types of cancers. And I would beg to say most, if not all, types of different cancers. Lifestyle diseases can be prevented or controlled by changing the risk factors. And we talked about those: unhealthy eating, alcohol, overweight, that type of thing. We talked about that just a few seconds ago. Now, as herbalists, we should work to educate our clients so that these diseases can be prevented, because we already learned statistically the studies are showing that these diseases and disorders can be prevented. So what should we focus on? Number one, education. Because education facilitates preventative health care by helping individuals recognize early signs of imbalances or any type of illnesses, and then we can show them how to take proactive measures to address them so that they can have the knowledge they need about the human body, what gets the body out of balance, what are these different type of lifestyle disorders or diseases, how do they work, right? And we can also give them knowledge of herbal remedies and holistic health practices that they can use to help them prevent getting these disorders or diseases, as well as support the body's natural healing processes and maintain optimum health. This is how we can educate our clients. We can also help them to understand the proper food combinations so that they don't overtax their digestive systems. Then they can also learn about what foods are attributed to what different types of illnesses. All right. And we play a huge role. Please do not misconstrue what I'm saying here. We play a huge role in educating our clients about preventing these lifestyle diseases. And this could be through a variety of methods, but we can educate them, because by having this education, they know, okay, if I am overweight, I'm at risk for all these whole line of diseases and disorders. I need to work on my weight. If I have trouble eating too much sweets or too much fatty foods or, whatever the case may be, then I need to work on that. But as an herbalist, we can show them, because we're just as much nutritionists as we are herbalists. So we can show them how what they eat impacts their body in a negative way and how they can turn around and use what they eat to impact their body in a positive way. So education, 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 not medication. One of the things that we can do is provide personalized consultations. So we can look at each person's individual health concerns, their lifestyle, as well as their dietary habits, and then we can tailor our recommendations accordingly. This is the reason why I say when you're recommending herbal remedies to people, you have to ask some questions first. Because if you just shoot out, oh, you can use this herb, you can use that herb, and you haven't asked some key questions, you're not going to really understand, is that particular herb or remedy that you're recommending really going to help that person? Because there's some other factors that come into play. Do they have pre-existing health conditions? Are they a smoker? Are they a drinker? These type of things come into play with your body chemistry, which is why everybody's body chemistry is not the same. We started out the same foundationally, but because of our own individual lifestyle choices, that impacts our individual physiology. So that's the reason why you don't want to do a one-size-fits-all type of program for your clients. Tailor your recommendations accordingly to make them more relevant and achievable for the person that is there in front of you. The other thing that we can do as herbalists, we can teach our clients about herbal remedies. We can educate them about various herbs, their medicinal properties, and how they can be used to support overall health and prevent diseases. Because prevention is really what we are about. If we can prevent people from going down that path of building disease, they will be at a better state than if they come to us on their deathbed, so to speak. You know what I mean? Education, education, education. You're going to hear that a lot throughout this podcast because it's very important. And we can provide information about herbal teas and tinctures, how they can prepare their herbal formulations and make it simple. If they really don't understand a lot about plants and all that, that's where education comes in. And that's where keeping it simple comes in so that they can understand how they can use it, how they can mix it themselves when they're ready. And of course, share it with others, because that's always the ultimate goal. You shouldn't be the only one in your community, but if you are, strive to educate enough people so that you're not. Another thing that we can do is emphasize the importance of nutrition. We want to educate our clients about the impact of diet on their health and how certain foods can contribute to or prevent lifestyle diseases. So there are certain foods out there that are what they call endocrine disruptors. And endocrine system is where our hormones are, and it's like our communicators. They basically tell certain parts of the body what to do, how to do. They're little messengers, right? So if those chemical messages aren't able to get to certain parts of the body because of these disruptors or these blockers that they might be eating, then there's going to be an issue, a disorder or a dis-ease is going to manifest, and they're not going to know what to do. They're not going to realize that it's the foods that you are consuming. And so we have to educate them and show them how by you eating this is a known endocrine disruptor. This is the reason why you're having some of the health issues or the hormonal issues that you are having because of what you are putting in your mouth. And a lot of people don't know it. It's not widely talked about for obvious reasons, right? So as herbalists, it's our job to educate people so that they can understand that. They can know how to incorporate whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and herbs into their diets. Like I said, we are just as much nutritionists as we are herbalists. So another thing that we can do is encourage lifestyle modifications. We can stress the importance of regular exercise, stress management techniques, getting enough sleep, maintaining a healthy weight, so that we can help our clients develop realistic goals and strategies to incorporate these lifestyle changes into their own daily routine. So it's not something that is so out of the realm that they can't do it, won't stick with it, but it's something tailor-made to them so that they know, okay, make these small changes and these small steps until you get to the bigger ones and just keep moving forward from there. Another thing that we can do is promote mindfulness and stress reduction. So we can teach them relaxation techniques such as prayer, meditation, deep breathing, all to help them manage stress effectively, because chronic stress can weaken the immune system and contribute to the development of a variety of diseases. And a lot of people, again, they don't know that. So we have to teach them that, because that's what we're here for, right? Another thing we can do is educate them about the dangers of toxins. So we can inform them about environmental toxins such as pollution, pesticides, chemicals, in their household products, in their skincare products. There are tons of toxins everywhere, and our body is doing its best to, cleanse itself and heal itself and repair itself. But our toxic load is just becoming too high now. And so a lot of people get a lot of disorders or diseases as a result of a high toxic load, or even cancers, because the body is trying to compartmentalize the toxins so that they don't poison the bloodstream even further. So we want to make sure that we educate our clients about what these toxins are, where they can find them, how they can detox from them if they have ingested them, and how they can move forward. And we can also offer guidance on reducing the exposure to these toxins and supporting the body's natural detoxification processes. A lot of people think it's something external. Sure, you can take a drink or you can do an herbal tea or something like that to kind of help support the organs to detox. But we do have those detoxification organs in place. We just need to make sure that they're strengthened, they're supported, and they're clean. Another thing that we can do is provide resources for further learning. So we can recommend various books, articles, websites, online courses, a variety of things where people can learn about herbal medicine, nutrition, and lifestyle practices for disease prevention. So it's one thing just to say it, give your advice and recommendations and all that. It's another thing to step out and say, okay, here's a pamphlet or here's some books so that you can follow up on what I'm saying to you and learn it yourself. You can read it. So I've said it to you. Now you're reading about it. Now you're reading another source. So you're getting sources, and I always say get sources of 3s to help prove your point. But it also helps it stick inside of your mind so that you can get it. So if you're an herbalist out there, do it for your own research purposes, but also encourage your clients to do that so they buy into what it is that you're talking about. And they'll see the benefits of it as well. Another thing that we can do is promote regular health screening. So tell them to monitor your health. See an herbalist, see a clinician so that you can know exactly what's going on in your blood, where your minerals are. Constantly monitor yourself and have these screenings regularly so that you know what the status is of your body. So we want to educate them on how to do that. These type of things are important because it helps detect any potential issues early on. Again, we are all about prevention. Working, with a qualified herbalist, working with a clinician, a clinical herbalist, so that you can have these type of monitoring sessions and things like that. That will help you go a long way, and it will help your clients go a long way as well. Again, all this information that I'm giving, you can use it yourself as an herbalist, or you can use it for your clients as well, because we all need education, and I'm still learning. I am learning something new every day. I'm a researcher. I'm always researching. So I'm always learning something new. We can learn, and we should never stop learning. And I know a lot of people are like, well, you have this Dear Herbalist podcast, and I just want to learn about how to do this remedy for that, or what is this remedy for that. But there's some other things and groundwork that has to be laid as herbalists. Herbalists really have to have a place where they can come and listen to the things that pertain to them specifically. How do you impact your clients? How do you help yourself? How do you maintain balance within yourself as an herbalist so that you can go out and help someone else? What are the most important things when you're talking to your clients, right? What are the most important things that you need to be focusing on? So this is all about laying the groundwork, and we build from there. I didn't want to just be another podcast that says, oh, well, you can use elderberry for this. And there's tons of podcasts out there for that. There's tons of websites for that, which herb you can do for that. I'll talk about those things throughout my podcast if it pertains to whatever I'm talking about. But for the most part, I want to make sure that we talk about those issues that aren't often talked about amongst herbalists, as well as those who have clients. What can they do? What should be taught? What should be spoken about? Those type of things are just as important as you can use dandelion root for your kidneys. Another thing that we can do to get back on track, another thing that we can do is offer ongoing support. It is so important to understand that people are changing mindsets. They've had a certain way that they've eaten their whole life. They've had a certain way that they've done things, how they thought about food, everything. Their relationship with food is, it is what it is. It's set for them. And so to make changes, sometimes people can struggle. They're like, look, I can do it, but for a minute and then I hop off the train. Or I can start, but before I even get started, I talk myself out of it. So people are going to need that ongoing support, and they'll have questions along the way. So you want to be available to answer those questions, provide guidance, provide encouragement as they work towards improving their health. And if this is for you, it's the same thing. Get the support that you need and encourage yourself. David had to encourage himself. You encourage yourself while you are working towards improving your health. Because like I said, it is a journey. It's a journey for your clients. It's also a journey for you as well. It is a journey for us all. Nobody is exempt in this life from walking out something, from walking out some form of a journey. We all have a journey to walk. And so this is your journey. And when you have clients that are working towards improving their health, that is their journey. So build a supportive relationship with them, because this can help you motivate them, and it'll help them listen to what you're saying. And again, buy into what you're saying, because you've built a relationship. They respect you. They know that you genuinely care. You didn't just give them a protocol or a plan, dump them off in the weeds and be like, hey, holler at me if you got any questions. You're reaching out. You're offering support. By employing these strategies, you can empower your clients to take an active role in preventing lifestyle diseases. I cannot stress that enough. We want to prevent these lifestyle diseases. Too many people are losing organs, losing limbs, losing their ultimate sacrifice, which is their life, over lifestyle diseases. And because we don't know that they can be prevented, and because we don't know that the herbs and the medicine that we need is lying around us to address those things, and because we don't know how to even begin to heal ourselves, right? And how the body even works and operates, we are dying at crazy rates, especially in the African American community. We are seeing kidney disease right now like it's nobody's business. But if you look in our communities, there's a lot of food deserts, right? You got grocery stores and little markets and bodegas, depending on where you are, on every single corner. But you go in there, what's in there? Junk, packaged foods, additives, preservatives. And these things are the things that you have to talk to your clients about. You have to tell them how these additives and preservatives work. So when you say to them, you need to eat the food that is as close to natural as possible, right? Then that means you are eating a real apple. You're eating a real orange. If you are eating meat, you know where you got it from. It is clean. If you are eating lettuce or kale, collard greens, sweet potatoes, you know exactly where you got that from, where it's coming from, who grew it, how. You know these things. But if it comes in a bag, if it comes in a box, if it's preserved in any type of way, which means that they have put chemicals in there so that it doesn't break down, it lasts longer, then you are eating foreign food. And it's rough out there because, we've all been eating foreign food. When I say foreign, I mean food that is foreign to our body. Our body understands living things, food. It understands life, things with life in it, greens, chlorophyll, right? It understands these things. Not fake meat, mock meat. I don't want to get in trouble with my vegans out there, but, come on. If it's in a package, a bag, a box, and it has, 20-letter words on the back of it, it's not good for you. Even if it has vegan on there. By educating our clients, they will understand when they see these type of additives, what it's doing to their body. Soon as you put that in your mouth, this is what on a chemical level is happening to your body. This is why you have headaches. This is why you have joint issues. This is why it seems like you're having a stall in your weight loss. People just don't know. And so as herbalists, we want to do our best to educate people just as much, if not way more, than we're giving them herb. Because the goal is to prevent. We're not trying to be in a position where we're getting clients. You know what I mean? Like we want to put ourselves out of business, so to speak, because we have educated people. People are activated. They're using it. They're spreading it. You're not the only herbalist in your town anymore. And you're seeing people live. You're seeing children live. Nobody has to cry because grandma left this earth too soon because she had heart disease. Nobody has to cry because mother or daddy or whoever or a child has left this earth too soon because what it is that we are putting in our mouths. And a lot of it is educating people about taking personal responsibility as well. Because you have to take personal responsibility. Once you know, once you've been taught, now you know. When you didn't know, it was just kind of you were just going along ignorantly, like, hey, I was just doing this and that. I didn't know. But once you know, now you have a responsibility to take action or respond. And hopefully that is in the right direction, not blaming or anything. It's like, it's my health. It's my responsibility. Nobody else's. I am invested in myself. And so we have to encourage our clients to think that way. This is your body. It's your health. So if you want to live and you really want to live and you want to have a good quality of life, these are the things that you need to do. I can tell you all day long that in that glass of what you're drinking is butane, is gas. And you can shake your head all day like, yeah, I know. And you still keep drinking the gas. Eventually, you're going to have some problems. Educate. Don't medicate. Educate. And if you look at these statistics, 71%, 80% lifestyle diseases. So you mean to tell me these people didn't have to die? They didn't have to lose legs? They don't have to have kidney transplants? They don't have to have that? Does that bother anybody else out there? That bothers me. Not some random, disease just came up out of nowhere, bit them in the butt, and now all of a sudden they got the shakes and they turn into a zombie. No. It's what they put in their mouth or what they put on their skin or what they put in their mind. As herbalists, let's get out here and let's educate. We've got a mission, we've got a calling, and it's deeper. It's deeper than herbs. It really, really is. It's deeper out here. Once you get involved, once you start talking with people, I can't tell you how many people that I've spoken to, and we started out talking about the physical ailment, but then it always rode into something else. It was always a divorce. It was always anger. It was always a wayward child, stress, these type of things. It never was the issue that was on the top. So what does that say? That says that people are out here hurting. They need answers, but they also need to be educated as well. Because I've also talked to people, they're like, wow, I didn't know that. That's the first time I've heard that. Nobody told me that. And a lot of it also, requires that you have knowledge and understanding about these pharmaceutical drugs. Not so that you can be the person bashing and all that, but so that you can educate them. If you take this is what it is. This is what it does. And these are the side effects of that. You don't say, so yeah, don't take it no more, get rid of it. Again, you don't want to get sued, right? But hey, if I were you, I would speak to my physician because of these side effects and all that. You should start tapering that back and move towards a more natural lifestyle. But you have control. You don't have to do it out of fear. You don't have to move in fear. You just got to do it. And it's going to take faith. It's going to take strength. It's going to take courage. So know that when you're talking to your clients, you're going to get a little resistance in the beginning, but just stay with them. Stay patient. Give them the information. Let them chew on it for a while. You might not even see them for a few days after they talk to you. It's okay. Make sure that while they're gone, they've got information to research and chew on their own. So why do I say education over medication? Because the bottom line is this. A lot of the pharmaceutical medications out there have a number of side effects that can do way more harm than good. And most only treat symptoms and not the root cause of the issue. As a result of this, a number of organs have been damaged in the process of trying to process these pharmaceutical medications. And these include the kidneys as well as the liver. Why not educate your clients on how to lose some weight, on how to eat food in its most natural state, and how to use herbs to address any type of imbalances in the body, thus minimizing their risk of getting some sort of illness or dis-ease that falls under the lifestyle category. So my charge to you today, dear herbalists, is to let's work out here to educate those around us what they can do, right? Educate them on what they can do to take charge of their own health and have a better quality of life. And really stress the fact that, yeah, it's going to be some work. It's going to be some work. But if you want to live, you're going to have to do the work. And it's going to be worth it. And once you get onto the top of your mountaintop, then you look down there and you pull somebody else up. And the fact that, yes, it may seem that you have struggled to try to get up that mountain, you'll be able to encourage someone else along their journey because you've walked that road. All of this information that I give is for us first as herbalists, for me first, then for you next, and then for the client. So be encouraged out there. Remember, education over medication. And if you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all social media accounts at The Demystified Herbalist, and head on over to my site at thedemystifiedherbalist.square.site to grab some health products to address your health needs. And until next time, family, I'm out.